What is happening, my friends? Birdman316 here. I have a small update on this one. Well, let's turn it around so it looks like more correct. There we go. This is the chibby. You notice that the truss rod cover is missing. I have a couple of plain ones. Well, I think you get, I guess one is okay. Well, I don't know, maybe two. I got two. Here you go. Two. 1, 2. There you go. I figured, well, it's like this. Let's start off with, this will never be a true Gibson. But the question you must ask yourself, even when you get a knockoff, if you will, what can this guitar do for you? How does it make you feel? I mean, true will never be a Gibson, but it does just fine for me. It does everything I want it to do. That's what a guitar is supposed to do for you, isn't it? Do what you want it to do. Sound how you want it to sound. And it doesn't, how do I say this? Once you pick it up, you can't make a guitar feel a certain way. Once you pick it up and it's in your hands, it feels a certain way anyway. And if it doesn't feel a certain way, it can sound like $1 million and it still will be horrible because this thing feels horrible. I don't like how it feels. It's just awkward. Sounds good, but I can't play this thing. But if it feels good in your hands from the word go, you can alter stuff and you can change stuff and make it sound better. You notice something else on this guitar. Let me get in close on this section here. Look at the back section. Thumb wheels. I got thumb wheels on here now. Interesting story about this. I ordered some Music Lily thumb wheels, which are on here now. This is not the stock bridge that came with this guitar. It would not work with these Music Lilies because for some reason the Music Lily posts were slightly larger than the holes in the bridge itself. So I thought, well, let me try an Epiphone bridge. Nope. Wouldn't work. I didn't have a set of Epiphone. Well, I do, but I want to use it for another project down the road. Post, thumb wheels, whatever like that. So I got to thinking, I got that bridge from the Miller guitar. Remember I bought that Miller guitar, right? The one I call Albatross. It did not have this. It had this barely hanging on the Miller. So this bridge is the Miller bridge and it fit perfect on the Music Lily post, the thumb wheel post. So, word to the wise guys, if you get, wise guys, get it? But anyway, if you get Music Lily thumb wheels, don't expect a Gibson bridge to fit it, or even an Epiphone. I'm not sure what's different about it, but something is different. It just so happened that I happen to have this Miller bridge still, and it fits just fine. The action on the fat string at the 12th fret is right around $1.50, 1.50 millimeters. The little string at the 12th fret is a little bit more than 1.25. There's just a slight, tiny bit of buzz, but you can't hardly hear it through the amp. That's the name of the game. It's going to be, to me, a little buzz. Acoustically doesn't really bother me. I'm not that picky over stuff like that. Some people are, but I'm not. As long as it doesn't show up through the amp really bad, I'm good. But let's discuss what else I did to this guitar. Of course, I put the thumb wheels on. I had to change the bridge because the other bridge wouldn't fit. Maybe if you sand a lot, grind some off the posts themselves, they might just fit in there. But it was so tight, there was no way that you could adjust the bridge, even with a screwdriver or with the thumb wheels, until I happened to find the Miller bridge and put the Miller bridge back on here. Let me turn this around. Hopefully you can see this. Look in there. Take a look in there, man. So it's got little pots. Big deal. It'll be okay. I put that bread wrapper tie there to tie off any wires that were in the way. I didn't want to run into anything or melt anything with a soldering iron, which I did get a little bit close, and I did kind of mar up this little cable here. But the reason I'm leaving this off is I'm going to do a sounder after this waffle film, which I'm going to hear if this thing sounds any different. And what I did was I deleted. There's no tone control in the neck pickup, but the pot's still there. I just disconnected the wires. You notice this pot here, the tone pot for the bridge. You notice that right there? That is a paper and oil 033 tone capacitor. And the factory tone pot decided to go, it croaked, but not a problem. I have just about enough parts as a guitar store, possibly. I looked in my stash and I found a 500. Yes, that's what. For some reason they put B's for the volume on a lot of these budget guitars, and A's for the tones. I thought it was the other way around, but what do I know? I don't know. So I put the exact same value. It's I'm not sure the name. It starts with the F. I think it's flower. I call it a flower pot, just to be funny. So I put a flower pot in there, replaced 2 wires and a tone capacitor. Not a bad job at all. And the knob, of course, these are import knobs. You can't go putting American knobs on import pots because your splines are different. I think the American, like CTS and stuff like that, that's like 24 splines, and you have to get 24 spline knobs in case anyone out there didn't know this. And if you're dealing with import guitars, import pots, they're usually like 18 splines, so you have to get if it already has import, if everything's import anyway, it's going to be fine. Just put you a alpha pot or a flower pot or whatever, as long as it's a import. If you put an American pot in there, you can get an oddball American 24 spline knob. Just remember which one you have it on. You're going to be having a hard time if you get mixed up and forget. But anyway, enough of this waffling. We're going to step over to the kitchenette sound studio here in just a little bit, and we're just going to hear, does that make any difference at all with no tone control on the neck pickup and a paper and oil 033 on the bridge pickup. I'm guessing all 4 of these pots are 500K. B's for the volume and A's for the tone. So guys, stay tuned and be ready for me tripping all over the strings and making a mess of everything as usual. But hey, I'm having fun making a mess. That's the name of the game, right? So guys, I will see you in a few minutes and we get everything hooked up in the sound room. I guess that's what you call it. Anyway guys, see you in a few minutes. What is happening, guys? We are back with the gold top. Ooh! I forgot to put the cover back on there. Look at there, look at that. Can you believe that? Oh well. But I didn't put the cover back on because I forgot to. But it's okay. You can't see behind the guitar anyway. Unless I do this. Woo! There you go. But what I did, I went over in another little film. But I will refresh your memories anyway. Birdman 316, by the way. In case I forgot. Anyway, I did a tone delete on this pickup. And I added another tone capacitor for this pickup for that tone control there. And both volumes are still the same, but this tone pot here was defective. Something happened to it. No, that one. This one here doesn't do anything anyway because it's totally unhooked. Nothing hooked up to it except for a little chiclet capacitor. It still does not hurt anything, so it's gonna stay. So neck pickup has a total tone delete. Let's see if we can get, let's get Waldo's chord going here. I'll just call it Waldo's chord, right? Now we're on the clean channel. We're on the Crate GX15R. Let's continue with clean for now. Let's flip it all the way down to the bridge. Let's turn on the Sonic 8 Trio on the position towards me. It's one of those Centaur clone, something or others, right? $32 as opposed to spending, I don't know, $300, $400, $500, maybe more for the real thing, if you could find it. Am I in tune? Now, the pickup's still stock. I just deleted the tone control from this one. And I had to replace that pot, of course. It was defective, whatever, like that. I have a flower pot in there now. I just put a 033 tone capacitor, a paper and oil, for this pickup. But everything else, well, you got the Miller Bridge, because it's the only one that would fit those posts on the Music Lily fun wheels, but it's all fixed, it's all good. Let's go to the middle position on that Trio, Sonic 8 Trio. Now, when you have them both, let's do something right quick. Let's do this one. Tone control wide open. This one does not work right now because it's a hook. Let's check this out. Now, this one's still wide open, but this one here is on that tone control there. And as long as you have them both on, this one's still, I guess, somewhat affected, I guess. I'm not positive, but there you go. Now, but check this out. I'm all the way down in that pickup right there, and the tone control is all the way back. Now let's turn it all the way up. Okay. Let's put this in the middle position, which to me is more like a booster. It doesn't have... I don't hear any drive, but if I introduce the Joyo Vontage Overdrive, we now have... Let's have a little fun. I'll find it. Check it on the bridge. that's unboosted. That's just the joy of montage by itself. On this pickup here, tone wide open, volume wide open. Let's add the trio, Sonic 8 trio. It's got that extra, I guess it's got that extra wooliness to it. But I think that is a really cool mod. I saw on a video one time of Ask Zach. He's a Telecaster lover. He loves Telecasters, right? He said something about deleting the tone off the neck pickup to get, I guess, to get better dynamic response or something like that. Just make it sound better, I guess. So I thought, these are single coils, but they're like Tele single coils on steroids. These are like our beefy monsters here. Well, maybe not these particular ones, but P90s in general, soap bars in general. I thought, well, why not try it on this? What could possibly go wrong? Thankfully, nothing did. And I think it turned out for really, really good. And I wanted to hear, will a paper and oil make this one sound better? I think it actually does a little bit. Of course, I had to replace that pot because just because this is a Gibson, it could have happened with a Squire, it could have happened with a real Gibson or a real Fender. You won't never know. You never know. Anything electronic can and will go out at any time. A defective brand new part. You never know it. It happens. Just so happens this happened to happen with a Gibson. But it's okay, guys. I like my goldtop just fine. Even though it's not the real thing, but like I said, who cares? Like I said, and Waldo says, how does the guitar make you feel? How does it feel in your hands? How does it play? I mean, how do you bond with it? Do you bond with it? If you bond with it, then you can change things and make it sound how you want it to sound, like I said in the other one. And like Waldo and a lot of people say. But let's say you have a guitar that sounds like $1 million, but it feels horrible. Then that guitar is not going to be no good to you, right? If you have one that feels awesome, it feels great, but it doesn't quite sound good, you can change how it sounds, but you can't really change how it feels. Now guys, if I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken or something, let me know. I'm just guessing. This is just my experience and what I've been watching on YouTube and what I've been reading everywhere. But I just wanted to get this film in there. My neighbor went for a ride so I can, crank it up a little bit and make some noise and not have to worry about, "Oh, cut that stuff down, you're killing me down here," or, But do me a great big favor, guys. Have a great day, have a great night wherever you are. This is Birdman316, and never forget, keep rocking. Whatever it says, whatever you feel like rocking, it doesn't matter. If it feels good in your hands, if it plays great, hey, rock it out. This is Birdman316. Sayonara.